Hey, what's going on, everybody? Shmoop here. Sorry about the delay. I kind of lost my voice for a little bit and was not feeling well, and as you know, can't do commentary when you can't talk. Anyway, we are here doing a Prophecy solo flawless run, and you may be asking why. Well, one, because I've never done it. I've never made a video on it, and Bolt Charge is feeling amazing, and I think this is one of the best seasons to solo flawless literally any dungeon if you're on Titan. So let's get into it. So in the beginning here, you're going to notice that the room is dark, and when you progress, you're going to get this dark mist around your screen. If you kill a knight while it is dark, they're going to drop dark motes, just like Gambit, where you collect motes. You get 5 of them here, and it turns into a prism in your hand, and all you do is you run over to the corresponding geyser, in this case it was darkness, and you pull the right trigger, and it will do the little AoE and destroy it. The only thing is you see me miss it there because you have to be directly on top of it, so we're going to do it again. The big thing to keep in mind for this encounter is that the second hallway, which I'll showcase in a little, is light. It is almost entirely white, and it is really hard to get dark motes. So here we're going to take care of the dark one, and then we're going to stand in the light. We're going to destroy the knights and get a bunch of light motes. Okay, so now that we've destroyed the light side one, the door opens and we can go to the next room. However, like I said before, the second hallway is almost entirely light, and it's a real pain to get darkness motes. So we're going to go ahead and get a full stack of darkness, and we are going to book it to the second hallway and make this a lot easier for ourselves, because if you notice, there is an extreme amount of light in here, and it is not the easiest to get the dark motes. So this saves you a little time in the long run, and on top of it, you know, it's easier, I think. So there, we took care of the darkness in the one. Now we're going to take care of the thrall. We're going to get the light one, deposit that. The doorway opens up, proceed forward, and you'll notice we are here at the first boss on this giant arena. So you approach Tolan in the middle to start it. Make sure the entire time you're running around on the outside or on top of these pillars, because if the boss boops you off the map, you will die. The only thing is, if you land on the ring that goes underneath, you can follow that directly underneath. The boss glitched out and never teleported away. I was worried he was going to stop me here, but he just stood there, thank God. Anyway, that ring that you see, you can in fact stand on it underneath, and it'll put you out of bounds, and it'll teleport you back to the arena, but that is really the only way you can save yourself if you get flung off by the boss. So kind of stick to the outside, destroy the geysers with the appropriate motes that you get from the knights by standing in the light or dark. It's really not that bad, just a bunch of scions and some knights. And then I tried this pillar for the first time. I did not like it nearly as much. The boss could hit you. The other ones are big enough to where he can't actually hit you. But even with this being extremely scuffed, you'll see it leaves him with a sliver, and I mean a sliver, of health. So, you know, the bolt charge is slamming down. It's chaining arc to the guys that would normally make him immune with a shield. And I'm not even using a heavy here. I'm literally just using Layman Arc and bolt charge, and it is absolutely destroying him. You know, if you want to go well with Lord of Wolves, swords work amazingly. I mean, you could even use Queen Breaker here. It's not going to stun him as much, so you gotta be more precise with your shots, but it'll work amazingly well. And look at that. Now, I normally like to save my T-Crash for mobility instead of boss damage when it comes to solo runs, because it's great at saving if you get like knocked off an edge or put in a risky spot. Thought I could kill him. I didn't even have Cuirass on for this. I ran this whole thing with the helmet that gives you your arc melee back because I'm a pleb, I guess. But you just kill him, collect your loot, go to the middle, and it's going to take you down. Now, when you get down here, you can actually get your first secret chest, which, you know, I don't know if you've done this before. It's a free dungeon, I found out, so that's why there's no exotic, but the weapons are actually kind of cracked. I didn't know they got reworked and got such amazing rolls. Like, it's actually kind of crazy. So when you see that off in the distance when you first come in, those little spikes coming out is the Clovis Center, and you actually want to go to it, and then when you get to it, make a slight right and come up over the hill, and you'll see this little outcrop of golden top buildings. I kill the Minotaur here, and I'll show you how fast again. Like, these guys just get burned down with Bolt Charge and Lame Monarch. It's broken for the season. I absolutely love it. But you kill him, and then there's a little crack that you can go down in. And when you get down in here, here's your first secret chest. Get your free loot. And bam. Fun fact, God roll first try. Absolutely love it. Anyway, so now when you proceed with the encounter, you're going to go around the map. Just drive around on your sparrow. You can pull it out here. And when you see these geysers, that's when you know you're in the right spot. He's taking blights here. So there are 3 snipers at every location, 3 to 4 unique enemies, and a couple waves of thrall. So take care of the unique enemies and the snipers, and then here I suggest a fusion rifle because you can literally jump on top of them, be immune to their tick damage, and nothing can hit you because you're inside of a blight technically. So 3 bursts of a fusion, boom, it's absolutely dead, and that's all you got to do. You go to Tolan, he tells you which way to go, and then you go do another 3. So take care of the snipers and whatnot here, then take out the blights. Go to Tolan, he'll show you another 3, do the same thing there, and then it'll take you to the door. And I'm 99% sure it is this door every single time. So just go through it, you'll see it by the glowing light. The other door on the other side is not lit up. And when you get to it, it'll open up and we will be on to the next encounter. Alright, so the order of operations in here when you go to the middle and start it is find a corner you like with good cover, get to it, kill the ads really close by you. Then kill any other ads that are like right around the vicinity and immediately take out the snipers. When you kill the snipers, they will spawn the knights that when you kill will drop motes. So find Tolan, get in either the light or the dark, and kill the knights of the geyser that is underneath Tolan. Oh my god, Tolan, they can't speak. So here you will notice that he is dark, so I need to be in the shadow when I kill the knights and get dark motes, because that's the side Tolan's telling me to do. We're essentially trying to fill in all the sides of the cube floating in the middle. So once you kill the knights, the snipers are going to spawn again, so if you want to stop and kill them really quickly and then pick up the motes, that is perfectly fine. However, as you see, they despawn after a short bit of dunking the mote. Kill the trash ads and go up into the middle, and bam, you'll see on your screen it says this realm responds to your actions. You have to do this to completely fill out the cube. So what you'll notice here is Tolan is at the top. So when he is at the top, find a blank side and just fill that in, and that's how you progress. So if like the left side of the room has a blank corner and you need light motes, dunk light modes, and it'll literally give you the same thing where the realm responds to your actions. Sometimes it bugs out, it's unfortunate. But once you fill out the cube, you'll get 2 mini bosses. These guys have absolutely no health. Once again, Lame Monarch and Bolt Charge just turns this into a joke, which is why I'm so hyped on getting these done this season, because it's actually going to be fun. So they're both dead. Sometimes the Thrall don't despawn, just watch out for them, kill them, and then get your loot and enjoy the victory for a moment at one of the most annoying encounters in this dungeon. From here, for me, it's always been these 2 pillars with the square holes in them is the correct door. You'll see the glow. Just go down through the hallway and you'll be on the jumping puzzle, quote unquote. You go back through the sand, follow the boss, he'll tell you where to go. He just teleports to the other door, essentially. And from here, whack into the wall for good luck, and go on through. I honestly love the aesthetic of this dungeon. I wish there was more to it. I wish there was an exotic, but it's a free dungeon, so I get it. Look at this absolutely beautiful scenery. This is one of my favorite spots in any dungeon, is right here. It's just so gorgeous. Oh my god. So you can either sparrow fly across, drive down the ribbons, or if you don't trust yourself, you can jump across these platforms here, and it's pretty safe. There are some snipers that you have to watch out for, but when you get to the end, don't go to the very end. Use mobility, fly with your surfboard here, or, you know, T-crash across whatever it is, because this is where the next secret chest is. look for the two little cubes in the corner, and you want to jump down between them in a hole. And again, this is the last of those things before there's a severe drop, and you go through the man cannon, or like the squares, hexahedrons that are rotating to the next area. If you come in here, there is another secret chest. Get your loot, and back to the middle. See, this is where I was talking about earlier. It's a little finicky. Sometimes you have to jump on your sparrow, sometimes you have to jump off, sometimes you have to drive a little bit and come back. It's a little wonky. So when you're in here, there's going to be a lot of thralls that spawn in. Don't get blindsided by this and die. I just throw an arc grenade and it kills like 90% of them. And now we are on to the final boss. I did this with Anarchy and Scatter Signal because Bolt Charge is amazing. You could easily do this with Queenbreaker. I almost recommend it. I wouldn't say anything too close to this boss here. So now when we're in here, the room is a triangle. So find a side, again, that has good cover and you like the looks of, where you can kind of hide for a minute if you need to. Get the motes of that colored well, and now go in, deposit them, and an ogre is going to spawn. Take care of the ogre, and now you have your corner of safety, we're going to call it. So from here, you can kind of take a breather. There's still going to be stuff shooting at you, but it's a lot less hectic when you have that first corner. So just go through, kill the knights, get the color you need of either light or darkness, dunk them, kill the ogres that spawn there, and then in the middle of the room is how you get to the actual boss fight once you do all three. Now I'm going to show you the first run, which was really scuffed, and the second run that was fairly good but still had a few issues. And you'll notice even with this, it was an easy, and I mean absolute easy 3-phase. If you're more on point, by the way, if he hits you with the blight, you're gonna teleport back to the beginning or the previous checkpoint. There's actually one in the middle if you make it to the middle, and Dark Entropy is gonna stack up. When it gets to max, which I believe is 10, it will kill you. Here you see me fall off, so I T-crash ahead of where the boss is gonna spawn. That way I'm in the blight one, or the ring that he has around him, which gets rid of the Dark Entropy. It's actually how you survive. You gotta stay kind of close to him. But again, this is why I love T-crash. And I still get teleported a few times here. This is why it's so scuffed, and for some reason the melee would not lunge. Yeah, not great, because if you see, I'm really stacking up that entropy and missing out on a lot of damage. I actually got hit here again, and I thought I was going to die, but again, I hit that middle checkpoint somehow. I don't know, it's inconsistent, but from here, I just start wailing on him, you know, bolt charge, go burr, and boom, done. But as you can see, being close to him, not recommended. So when you come back, check the floor. It's going to change. The layout's going to be a little different. Get accustomed to it real quick. And then go in and do the exact same thing that we did in the first room. Find a corner you like. Get the colored motes that you need for that corner. Collect them off of killing the knights. And then go in, slam them down, kill the ogre, and repeat. So now here is a pretty decent damage phase, still not 100%, but I want to show you the difference in damage. And this is where I also want to mention, like, think of this boss as 3 phases per damage phase. You have this initial section where he's kind of standing in the middle and doesn't TP for a minute, where you can do a good chunk of damage. And then you have the platform section where he's TPing back and forth, left and right. And he's kind of hard to hit and annoying and throwing a lot more blast than usual at you. And then you have the third section, which is at the end by the stairs, and this is where you will do the rest of like the big damage. So as he's jumping back and forth, you know, do some ticks or whatever you can, but the 2 best places to do the majority of the damage is right at the beginning and when he gets to the final platform on the stairs, where you can kind of dodge and weave and it's a lot easier. So like right here, for example, you'll see how much damage I do. Which bolt charge is amazing. Scatter signal is still one of my favorite fusions, especially with reconstruction. It's so good. And I'm even a little far away. I could have been doing more damage, but like, that was still solid. Look at the difference there. easy 3-phase. Like, there is nothing to sweat about this. So then go through, you'll notice on the third rotation that part of the floor is actually missing in the middle, so don't jump directly in the middle because you'll fall through and die, but just rinse and repeat, get them out, safety corner, kill the ogres, and then go back, and easily you have solo flawless this dungeon because there is not much else to it. And with that, you officially got the ghost shell, the sparrow, and the title. Happy hunting, Guardians, and until next time, peace.